We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Thanks. Position here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asher. Anderson comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. Solomon Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Ellis. And Freak subbed in for George Hill. And so in the game for the Pacers. Freak in at point guard. Mahinmi is out there with Hill. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hill in at small forward.
And a chance to check out some stats for Gordon. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
They set the pick, and they double up Davis. Here's Cole. Misses off the left iron. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
LeBron James, that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
Shot clock at 5. Davis sets a screen. From deep. Excellent D from Freak. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Orlando.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I caught up with Coach Alvin Gentry. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, guys.
And I think it's going to take not just one approach, but several. I mean, they are so good at making adjustments defensively. They'll have to be ready to adjust on the fly as well.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, this is a team that will give you a lot of different looks at the defensive end, so adjusting and adapting, critically important.
Here's Cole. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Looking to end the drought. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Ajinça. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Ajinça's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. Master.
Kept alive. Here's Mahinmi. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Inside, and the rejection by Mahinmi. And there's Stuckey. That's good on the assist by Freak. And the Pacers lead by 2. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's Hill. Again, Indiana.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense Didn't even try to go through that one.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. And Cole kicks to Gordon. Davis dishes to Cole. Davis sets a screen, and Anderson has it in the corner. Hill gets the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
.106 left in the first quarter. There's a screen. Freak passes to Mahinmi, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And here's a group of players that have really been showcasing their versatility recently. The leading three-point shooters among centers and power forwards over the last 10 games. And you look at Anderson, third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
And, you know, that opens up some wide lanes and paths to the bucket for their slashers, and they get a lot of room as a result to operate and penetrate. It's a huge benefit having a big fellow who can knock down threes.
They double in with Freak. To the paint. And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. They double in with Freak. It's tipped and stolen by Stuckey. On up the court. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Knocked loose and stolen by Freak. All alone, flushes it down to finish the break.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg.
Come on, New Orleans, your
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all